She loves KU. You know, if you met Jill today, you would think that she was a fourth generation Jayhawk that grew up with only playing with Jayhawk toys, and just she's so passionate about our state and about KU.
Jill Docking's love for KU began when she fell in love with a boy, some 4,200 miles from Lawrence.
So I met Tom in Durham, England when I was 16. I was on an American Institute for Foreign Study trip, and we studied at University of Durham. And so I started dating him that summer, but you know how you are at 16. And he was going off to college, and I was going into my senior year of high school.
Her father had graduated from Brown University, and that's where Jill was going, and he was so proud that she was there. But then Jill decided that she needed to follow the love of her life, Tom Docking, to Kansas, and her dad said, okay, but only if you come back and graduate from Brown. And after a year at KU, she was so impressed with the humanities professors and the people that she had met at KU that she convinced her father that she was going to stay and graduate.
The outstanding instructors and strong traditions of KU drew Jill's heart ever closer to Mount Oread. However, one tradition in particular seemed to go by the wayside.
So many of us just kind of live and die by KU athletics. If the team's doing well, we're doing well. If they're not, we're struggling. The spring of 1988, the KU men's basketball team had won the national championship, and Larry Brown had just announced that he was leaving KU. And just a couple of days after that announcement, Jill had a meeting in Lawrence. They're all gathering around the table for the meeting, and the talk is, Larry Brown's leaving. What are we going to do? Who's going to follow Larry Brown? And you know, how are we going to be able to manage without Larry Brown? And on and on and on. And Jill finally looks up after a few minutes of this and says, "Who's Larry Brown?"
Though KU athletics may not be top priority for Jill Docking, she has consistently created strong teams of her own, relying on one of her greatest traits, leadership.
Jill has all of the requisite qualities that you need to be an effective leader. She has extremely strong interpersonal skills. People like Jill, and she has the vision, and she communicates the vision, and she gets all of the people she's leading to understand and want to work toward it.
Very few people celebrate others the way that Jill does. So along the way, I cannot tell you how many times she's reached out to me to say, "Great job, girl," or "I'm so proud of you, keep it up." And I know that I'm not alone, that she does this for so many leaders, and especially for the women that she knows.
Jill has helped guide the Alumni Association, the School of Business, the Hall Center for the Humanities, and most recently, the Far Above campaign for KU Endowment.
I was so proud of her when she was a member of the Board of Regents, and she was on that board at one of the worst national economic times ever during that recession, and she and the other regents at that time put KU and the other regent institutions in such a good stand to be ready for when the economic crisis was over.
When I am giving guidance to young people in the humanities and the fine arts, I will say to them, do yourself a favor and take some accounting and a course in personal finance in the business school, because that's really going to put you in a much better position to go out into the work world. And for people in business school, I will say, do yourself a favor and take some humanities and some fine arts, because believe me, that makes a difference in the business world. How you write, how you communicate. You watch people go up the ladder of success, and you will see that the well-rounded people do the best.
The success Jill Docking has created across our great state stretches far and wide, touching many lives, all due to following her heart and the love of her life.
I've had remarkable opportunities. My husband's, been a terrifically supportive husband, and so that kind of buoyed me. He always thought I was way more capable than I was or thought I was, and that was really helpful, because I thought, well, okay, maybe I can do this, by gosh. So, and I think any successful person, male or female, probably has a spouse that's pretty supportive.
When my daughter was in high school, She said to me, "I want to be Jill Docking when I grow up." And that's because she's so kind and so smart and so generous. And that's Jill.